If you are isolated, on lockdown, or under quarantine, I'm going to give you some advice for how to make it through and have a good time and come out on the other side feeling better than you went in. So, welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. It's a rough time for a lot of people. I've experienced some loss in my life, but some things are going really well. Our farm business is going awesome. So, I just want to share the optimism and positivity that I'm feeling with that from you. But for this video, this is for you. You clicked on this if you're feeling isolated, quarantined, or locked down and you want some positivity. Somebody commented, said, could you please make a video on this? And I'm happy to do this because I have some good advice on this. Yeah, it's a tough situation. If your city's on lockdown, you're personally on quarantine, your state's on lockdown, you're isolated, you can't see friends. It's hard when you're scared and you're anxious and you're fearful and you're depressed and you just want to hang on to someone, but you can't, and you want to gather with people and you can't. It's a really challenging time, so I understand. I've been there, and I'm going to talk about that. But my first is a book recommendation. If you can order on Amazon Prime and get this book as soon as you can, if you're under lockdown, this book is going to be a wonderful companion. I love this book when I'm traveling or when I'm isolated, when I'm alone. It's called Adrift, 76 Days Lost at Sea. It's the story of a man, Stephen Callahan, who was on a one-man boat across the Pacific, hit a whale or something in the middle of the night, ended up jumping out onto his raft, and was alone on a rubber dinghy in the Atlantic Ocean for 76 days. And he's spearfishing to trying to survive. He's got a little bit of water that he can make from a solar still. And he's just trying to survive, and it's known he's alone for 76 days on a rubber dinghy in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. If this dude can do it, you can do it alone in your apartment for 2 months too. So read this. He will be your companion, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a nice time. It's going to be a source of comfort. I found that this book to be an incredible source of comfort because it's like he's going through something harder than what I'm going through. I can make it too. The words he uses in here, just about how he's depressed, but he has to keep going, and how he doesn't think he has good odds, but he's going to try anyway. It's a really good message. And my best recommendation is read this book. It's going to alter your perspective. Now, going into my own experience, I've never been under like strict lockdown or quarantine, but there's a time in my life that I talk about where I basically lost my job and a lot of my money, and I had to move in, and I couldn't even move in with family, so I moved in with my friend, Dad, and he let me stay in his basement, said you've got 5 months. I had no car, I had no warm clothes, I had no money, I had no job prospects, and that was the time when I was launching my business. And I was pretty much, they had jobs. My friend's parents. I was alone in there. They had 2 dogs though, so that's the key also. Like for my mom, she's isolated in Colorado, and I'm telling her, get a cat. It's going to make a big difference in your life. So get an animal. That's another piece of advice. So I had the animals, but I was at home trying to start an online business, 10 hours a day. I would see these 2 people. Maybe I see the mailman. At night I would go out to the gym, so I did get a little bit of social that way. But I didn't have close friends because most of them were in different places. I just went to where I could get a free bed to stay on for a while, basically. And so I'm not really seeing people. I'm not receiving too much love. There's not really any touch in my life other than animals. But I made it through that time by just focusing on something and working on it. So maybe you got fired, or maybe you're unemployed, or maybe your job is on hold. And that's a good time to just start working on something like a book, start writing a book, or an art project, or launching a website, or trying to launch a service, or starting a YouTube channel or something. Just obsess over something, to do something, so you have something to look forward to in the future. Building something towards the future is really important during this time. Having things to look forward to. So I also invite you to comment down below and write down what you have to look forward to, if anything, something, make up something, what you have to work towards that you can do. If you get an animal companion, get an animal companion, and just know that someone has been through worse. Someone has been more isolated, someone has been more alone. Oh, you only have your apartment. This dude only had his rubber, like 5 by 5 foot rubber dinghy that he didn't leave for 76 days. Read this book, and it's going to change your perspective. It's going to give you a lot of comfort. So I hope you find that helpful. If you need more advice or encouragement during this time, please comment down specifically. I enjoy that. It makes my job easier. I'll share it with you and help you. I'll also appreciate if you thumbs up, if you share with other people. It would be helpful to me as well. I'm trying to reach more people. I've got a message to share. So I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'll talk to you soon. Much love. Peace.